And
so let me ask you the question. So why did you go to the urgent care to begin with? If you had no intention of listening to anything they said?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
This is Kyle. Kyle doesn't like junk food. Kyle doesn't do drugs. Kyle likes to work out. Do some good shit.
And we are back for another installment of Iron Rage on this Thanksgiving Day afternoon. I hope you guys are planning a great meal a little later on. And I have to see who actually is going to be joining us for Iron Rage today, because I don't know exactly who's here. Gregg's here. Hold on. Oh, there's John Romano. And Lee Priest is in Italy. Did you know that, guys?
Yes.
What's he doing in Italy?
I think the Lee Priest Classic or whatever it is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. On Thanksgiving Day weekend, they have it?
Yeah, we'll see. I was just talking with him.
Oh, he's supposed to be on here. I sent him the link, and so we're waiting.
He could be sleeping. I know he's had a lot of issues with the travel and his sleep, and everything's thrown off on him.
It's true. It is 8 o'clock in the evening there, and that is about Lee's, right? Isn't that Lee's bedtime? 7:38 normally.
I do know that he could be out with the promoters too, or doing different things. You know what I'm saying?
What time is it in Australia? You know, that's the question.
Well, yeah, Australia. It's a total. I think it'd be nighttime.
The whole other day.
I tell him all the time when he travels just to take melatonin before he goes to sleep, and it'll fix his whole jet lag issue. But I think he likes to suffer almost. I really do. I think he likes to suffer with not sleeping.
It drives him crazy.
I've completely beaten jet lag with a stick. All I do is wherever I'm going, when I get there, I just fall in. So whenever I get off the plane, if it doesn't matter how many hours I've slept or didn't sleep or whatever, because all of us can stay up all night. It doesn't fucking matter. So we can handle that, right? So if I get off the plane in Dubai and it's 6 o'clock at night, I just fall in 6 o'clock at night. Whatever they're doing at 6 o'clock at night, I'm doing it with them.
Right, but the problem is a lot of people can't fall asleep because their bodies are not.
That would be me.
Yeah. All I got to do is read or turn on the TV, and I'm out. So
we can't. Me and Lee Priest. I was with Lee in Jersey, and we can't shut our brains off. That's what it is.
I'll tell you.
That's what the read. I got news for you. That's what the reading or the TV does for me. I can't go to sleep.
No, those guys can get more stimulated by that, John. I guarantee it.
We do. It's funny because
this is what you do. I'll tell you my whole, because I remember for a little bit I was traveling like every weekend all over the world for a while with the whole RX muscle thing. What I would do is I would get there, and a lot of times, like if I flew to Australia, it was no big deal because I slept the whole time I was on the airplane. But when I was going to Europe, it's 5 hours the flight or thereabouts. It's not enough time to get a lot of sleep. So a lot of times I get no sleep, and then I get there and I'm exhausted. I'm like, I got to stay up. Because if you go to sleep when you get there, like at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, you're done.
You're ruined.
All day, and you'll be up all night. So I try to prevent myself. I drink coffee, whatever I got to do to stay awake. And then usually by about 6, 7 o'clock at night, I can't keep my eyes. No matter what I do, what I drink, I cannot keep my eyes open. And at that point, I take a melatonin. I take 3 to 5 milligrams of melatonin. I take a quarter of a milligram of Xanax. and I go to sleep, and I'll sleep from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning. And, getting up to go to the bathroom a couple times, of course, but, and that's, and as soon as I do that one cycle, I'm back in sync with wherever I am. It works every time.
But melatonin gives me energy. It's fucking weird.
You got to take it with the Xanax.
You got to take the whole
anxiety. No, because he's right. There's a level of anxiety about traveling and being in a foreign place. The Xanax takes the anxiety away. The melatonin allows your brain to go to sleep.
See, I don't get any of that. Like I said, I just fall in whatever time it is when I get off the plane. I just fall in. I stay awake or go to sleep, whatever it is, and then make it work the next day. And it just I have nothing. It doesn't affect me at all. And then when I come back, it's the same thing. Whatever time it is when I get off the plane. I fall.
Most people are not like that.
You're lucky. My girlfriend's like that, can fall asleep whenever she wants. My ex-wife is the same way, fall asleep. It's not, my ex-wife could be sitting there in a chair and just go.
I don't even risk it.
But when I'm here at home, I can't sleep for shit.
Oh, really?
Me too.
Well, you know what it is? Maybe with you, John, when you're relaxed, like when you go away, it's like, all right, I have no responsibilities. Now I can relax. But when you're home, it's like, all right, you're thinking of every freaking thing you got to do because you got like 40 different things lined up for yourself the next day to do.
I do, but then that's why the TV is so valuable, because the TV turns you into a retard, and then you just fall asleep.
Right.
So
when you're away, you stress not sleeping. Like, oh fuck, I know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And then you're laying there, you go, here we go, it's coming. All right, can't sleep. I know it.
And if I really can't sleep, I just get out and drive. And then 5 or 6 blocks down there, I'll be asleep at the wheel.
That would happen to me, but then when I get home, I'm fucking wide awake again.
But you see,
I would do that. I'd be having to drive when Max was a kid, little. I would have to drive like from Fort Lauderdale to Palm Beach to pick him up because of the visitation bullshit I had with his whatever.
Right.
And so I'd be driving back and forth, and like I'd be falling asleep at the wheel. It's like nodding off, and I got him in the car, and so I pull over to a rest stop or a service area.
Right.
I lean back, I shut my eyes, I figure 10 minutes. I'll get a little cat nap, I'll be recharged. Can't sleep. Shit. Nothing.
I can't sleep in a car.
Get back on the road.
I can't sleep in a car. No way. No fucking way.
Really? Well, then you should be the designated driver then.
Can't sleep. I'm fucking lit.
Although he can't see either out of that one eye.
I'm hyper too.
And he's got to wear sunglasses at night, John.
Greg, do headlights of the oncoming car?
Yeah, man. You could ask her. Even from when they're from behind, bouncing off the mirror in my eyes. Ask my girlfriend. She'll tell you. I need night glasses too. Shit. And as you get older, that shit's fucking worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, everything falls apart when you get older.
Everything when we get older. You can't lift weights like John and I were just talking before the thing here. That we can't. Weights are heavy. You pick up a 45-pound plate and you're like, holy fuck, why does this feel so heavy? But your brain gets. There he is.
There he is.
But your brain won't let you do it either. Your brain
Doesn't he have a birthday coming up?
Your brain, 27th of November is Jimmy's birthday.
That's right. Next week.
But my girlfriend's been wishing him happy birthday every day, I think.
How come Thanksgiving's so early this year? Isn't it usually later?
I don't know.
Because I knew it would bother Jimmy.
Well, not really. I have a pre-meal here. I'm getting prepared to.
Atta boy. Is that your pre-workout?
Oh man, there's nothing like a New York hot dog.
People think that, John, that we make this up with the hot dogs. I don't think people really believe that that's what he eats all the time. But we're not. That's really his diet, hot dogs.
I don't think people understand how good those fucking things are. Is the problem.
Yeah.
That's why. Right?
This fucking thing came right out of the truck over there. Now, the only reason why I really get hot dogs, I support local business.
Okay.
That's why, it's a holiday. I bought a couple of hot dogs off the guy, throw him a few dollars in his cup, and I feel good. Plus, I was a little hungry, So I support the guy, and matter of fact, I'll show you the truck if you can see it.
He'll have a kidney stone tomorrow, John. Probably.
Can you see the guy over there?
Yeah.
There he is, man. Nice old man. The guy, the guy's about an hour away from death. So that was the right thing to do.
He probably makes more money than you do, Jimmy. Though this guy,
He probably fucking does, man. I mean, he's out here all day, trucks stopping all day long. I mean, the guy does really good. Hold on.
My brother-in-law owns a hot dog truck. My brother-in-law owns a hot dog truck, man, and they're the best hot dogs. You can make a hot dog at home and it ain't the same as the trucks the trucks give you.
It's amazing how you would in a million years you wouldn't think that you could driving a hot dog truck you'd make money, but I don't know what it is. People just love to buy hot dogs off hot dog trucks. They taste better for some reason. I don't know what it is.
My sister-in-law's best friend owns a hot dog truck somewhere in Florida where you guys are.
Oh, really?
And she makes fucking literally like $100,000 a year on that shit.
Because you know what it is? The hot dogs just taste better off the truck. Maybe it's because they're cooking all day or whatever. I don't know what it is.
It's the filthy water they're soaking in.
That's New York. They call them dirty water dogs, right?
Brine water,
right, Jimmy? Dirty water dogs.
The fucking I don't care if they soaking in rat piss. The fucking shit fucking is unbelievable. I really you don't care. When you take the bite, you don't care what he's soaking it in.
Okay, now, what do you put on your hot dog, Jimmy?
I was just gonna say I don't see.
He gets the works on it. He gets the works on it usually.
A true New Yorker only gets mustard and sauerkraut, but he probably puts ketchup.
I get mustard, ketchup, and sauerkraut.
Today, I just got a little squirt of mustard, as you can see, because I was in the hospital the other night. And,
Again? Jimmy, what the fuck? Do you have your own wing?
Bro, you have no idea what happened to me, man. I ate a bunch of stuff during the day.
Whoa! Back up.
Bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Define bunch of stuff.
Let's see. I ate Kit Kats, Starburst, pretzels, apple, Fritos, Doritos.
I like how
turkey with salami sandwich. And then I had some cheesy ass fucking cheeseburger upstate. And and then I had a scrambled egg. A scrambled egg with sausage and potatoes in a fucking dish with the whole wheat toast that was whacking that down. Anyway, make a long story short.
He does eat a lot. I'll give him that much,
I eat a lot. I'm 250. So anyway, make a long story short.
God, he wasn't 250 when he was at his biggest. I
don't know what the fuck. I was 219 at my top of my game. I don't know what happened.
250? You got to be fat, Jimmy.
I'm not. My stomach's not fat. Here, look.
So
does it look fat to you?
Are you joking? So are you? It's a little. It's looking a little like Big Lenny's in its stomach. I got to be honest with you.
I wouldn't say fat. I would just say prodigious.
It doesn't look like Big Lenny.
You'd say pleasingly plump.
Come on, Big Lenny. Are you kidding me? Fucking embarrass me.
He's pleasingly plump.
So let me finish the fucking story here. You got me, Big Lenny. You got me all fight. I'm visualizing that son of a bitch. Now hold on. So later on that night, it was in the afternoon. I got off of work. Maybe it was about 4 o'clock. I was gonna eat. I started getting like agita or whatever. So I didn't do nothing that night. Because I went the next day. Because what happened was I ate dinner. I had steak and corn and mashed potatoes, and then I went right to bed. The next morning, I'm getting like this. I had like this bubble in my chest. I don't know what it was. It was something like
shit bubble.
Like I had a burp, but I couldn't. And it was like, what the fuck? I was like all fucking, all morning. And then it got really bad. Then it got really bad, right? So then I finally get home, and I was my chest felt tight. I had this giant bubble. I couldn't fucking burp. I tried Pepsi, ginger ale. I was like a garbage disposal, right? So finally, I said, I got to go to the fucking the medical place. I'm not gonna go to the VA because I'll be there for fucking hours. They're gonna give me IVs every. I don't want to.
You know what, John? He doesn't even call me anymore when he has this because he knows I'm going to tell him that he's got indigestion, but he doesn't want to hear that. So he'd rather go to the urgent care. Yeah,
he's got agita.
So now here's the best part. So now I'm a nervous wreck. I really seriously think I was gonna call you, Dave, but I was like, you know what? He's gonna act like that nurse at the VA. He's gonna say
to take it out to seltzer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna say again, Jimmy. And that's what the nurse does to me at the VA. That's why I didn't go. I said I'm gonna go to the medical center.
Even the nurse he likes is sick of him, John.
Yeah, they
even her,
bro.
So.
They fucking locked the door on me the last time I was there. I was coming down the hallway. They saw me on the camera. They locked the emergency door. I was pushing on the door, knocking on, and they were all making like they were busy. I said, these motherfuckers ignoring me. They saw me coming on the camera. Anyway, I go to the medical center. I go in there, and the lady goes, "What's everything all right?" I said, I don't know how to say this, but I think I might be, something's going on in my chest. I want to get it checked out. She said, "All right, take a seat." I said, "Okay." I fill out the fucking thing on the computer there, right? They call me in right away. I sit down. The girl takes my blood pressure, 171 over 104. Right?
Oh, shit.
She's like, "That's a little high." I said, "Well, I'm nervous." I said, I just, I think I'm getting a heart attack." I told her, I say, "I ate a bunch of shit. I don't know what it is." She says, "All right, calm down, Carl. Let me get the doctor." The guy comes limping in with a fucking cane. He looks like he's fucking 85. He sits down. He says, he goes, "I should really by rights call an ambulance right now." I said,
But you're in the hospital.
I said, "What are you?"
Urgent care. He's an urgent care.
Yeah, I'm in the Medi Center, right? The walk-in job. I go, what do you mean an ambulance? He goes, "Yeah." I goes, I really should call you an ambulance right now. He goes, "Your blood pressure's through the roof." I said, "Listen, doc, please." I said, "I can't go in no ambulance." I said, I'm freaking out already. I said, "If anything, I got to go to the VA, He says, "All right." He goes, "Look, calm down." He goes, let's do an EKG." I said, "Yeah, let's do an EKG, right?" So I'm laying there. Now I'm a nervous fucking wreck, right? I'm laying there. I'm saying, Dave and them are going to tell nice stories about me on RX Muscle because I ain't making it out of here. I swear, I wasn't going to make it out. You guys are laughing, but I was serious. I thought I was going to die on that table by myself. This is it.
The reason we're laughing is because we've heard this story at least 35 times, probably. Yeah, but go ahead.
But go ahead and make a long story short. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make a long story short. So I'm laying there. This little half a fan comes in, and he says that,
John, you like to say that anymore?
No. Well, you know what? That is such a great saying. Half a fag. That is one of my
Archie Bunker
favorites. Yeah, Archie Bunker. Exactly. That is one of my all-time favorites, and I don't care if I get fucking locked up. I'm not. I'm gonna keep saying that's one of my all-time.
Half a fag is better than a full fag, too.
It's such a brilliant state. It just reeks of poetry. I'm like, I just love.
It is poetry,
right? Right. Half a fucking fag, half a fag. I love that sentence.
Yeah, all right, bunker.
So yeah, he comes in.
Long story short, go ahead.
This true story I'm telling you.
I know that's why it's so funny.
I was very upset.
No one's accusing you of lying.
I thought I was checking out, John.
Right.
Anyway,
he didn't call me.
He didn't call anyone.
I thought I was dying on the table. I didn't even. My heart was pounding through my chest. My blood pressure was. No, I didn't even call you. I didn't want to bother him with the shit. You know what I mean? I just.
You don't want to say to anybody. You don't want to say goodbye to any of us that you're dying, and you want to.
He probably had my girlfriend texting him because she fucking texted him at 1 or 2 in the morning. She wished him happy birthday a couple of days ago. He goes, "Thanks a lot, but it's on it's the 27th."
She's so nice, your girlfriend.
Thank
so anyway, make a long story short. The half affair comes in rolling with the EKG machine, right? Whatever it's called, EKG, Jay.
Right.
What is it? Comes rolling in, and now he's like hooking me up with like a lot of wires. I don't remember being that many wires. He's doing the shoulder, the chest. He's under my shirt. He's feeling my belly button and shit. He's under here. I said, "This guy's definitely a fag, man. He's the way he's rubbing my belly and shit." I didn't even have hair on there. I said, "I shaved, man." I said, "What's the matter? Have a problem with that sticker?" He says, "Well, you're a little sweaty." I said, "Yeah, I know I'm sweating because I'm fucking nervous as shit." I said, "I'm really nervous." I said, "Listen, no, I got nothing against you." I said, "I'm just really nervous." He goes, "All right, take it easy." So he's doing my legs, inside my groin, my shoulder, my neck. He's all over the fucking place, right? Now he turns the machine. I'm laying there, and he turns it on. Not even fucking 30 seconds pass. He goes, "Oh shit!" I said, "What? What do you mean, oh shit?" I said, "What? What happened?" He goes,
I know what happened.
Take it easy. What happened, Greg?
You told me this story already. He ran out of paper for the machine.
He ran out of paper, this fucking scumbag, right? I'm laying there fucking having a heart attack, sweating my hands, and this fucking guy says, "Oh shit." I go, "What? That's not good, man." I said, "What do you mean, oh shit? What does that mean?" He goes, "I ran out of paper." "You ran out of fucking paper? I'm in the middle of an EKG. How do you fucking do that?" I said, "Go get some goddamn paper. I want to get off this table." "All right, take it easy. Let me go get some paper." He runs out of the door. He comes back like 10 minutes later, and then it takes him another 10 minutes to put the fucking paper in the machine. He's all fucked up because he's nervous because I'm screaming, and he's fucking going like this with the, he finally gets it in, and he does the reading, I said, Jesus Christ. I said, that thing ain't going to be reading right by the time you're done with the paper and all this other shit. He goes, no, take it easy. The doctor's going to read it. He leaves. 10 minutes later, the guy comes back in. He goes, yeah, Jim, I got good news and bad news. I said, oh, fuck. Here we go. I said, give me the good news first. He goes, your blood pressure came down when she took it again. I said, yeah, of course it came down. Because I wonder, that was probably through the roof. He says, the bad news is I got to call an ambulance. I said, listen to me, bro. You ain't calling no fucking ambulance. I told you before. I said, look, I took a Cialis the other day. I said, maybe something happened to Cialis. I said, he goes, why do you have problems? I said, yeah, my dick don't come up anymore. And if it does, it's like a fucking weed in the wind. I said, I can't even get the fucking thing hard anymore. I said, why? I said, how about you? He goes, oh, I'm like this. Thank God. Thank God. He's telling me about his cock, this guy, this fucking doctor.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me stop you for a second. You went to the urgent care because you were afraid you're having a heart attack.
Right.
Now they want to call an ambulance because they think you might be having a heart attack and you don't want to go.
No.
So what are we gonna do? Die in the urgent care place?
I wanted to leave. So now the guy's telling me about his cock.
Why did you go to begin with then? You see, that tells me, John, that he's really not going for
Wait, I want to hear about the doctor's cock.
He likes the attention he's going for, is what he
So it wasn't the half a fag's cock he was talking about.
No, it's the
doctor with the fucking cane. He's telling me about his cock.
Come on, you got to stick up with the story, John.
He's telling me his cock is the
so loud, it's hard. Jimmy,
what happened?
You remember when Lee would tell you to use the quiet voice?
That's because we were in a hotel together.
I mean, just start because I don't want you to repeat the heart attack while you're telling the heart attack story. So just
all right,
take a breath.
Okay.
Take a breath.
All right. All right.
Look at the horizon. Thank God for everything you're seeing.
I'll look at the hot dog truck. The hot dog truck makes me happy. I'll look at the hot dog.
Then the hot dog. There's another hot dog smoking in that swill with your name on it.
All right, hold on. I'm sweating. Hold on. All right, you're right, John. I'm going to calm down. You're right.
Did he call the ambulance? So did they call the ambulance?
So after the guy, I said maybe it was the Cialis I took the other night. I wasn't with anybody. I was just experimenting because I'm
He's taking Cialis to watch porn, John.
and he thinks that we don't know that. So he masks
my
it.
My father would do stuff like that, John. I told you, just like my father.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
All right, John. I'll be honest. I was watching porn. I was. All right. So what happened was,
we all know that.
I first turned the porn. I turned it on, and I'm watching the porn, and the girl's like going down on the guy like an animal, and the other guy's going to bed. I'm watching all this. I'm like, I'm not even excited. I said, I don't understand myself here. Something's wrong, So I went inside and I popped like 2 or 3 fucking Cialis.
2 or 3, John. 2 or 3.
That's what gets you in the hospital.
2 or 3.
They're only 5 milligrams. So they weren't really.
What's the contraindication at that dosage?
15 milligrams.
They're only 5 milligram. Then he's okay. Then I thought there was 20 milligram ones.
Cialis is 20.
Well, they wanted to get when I went originally. You went to CVS to get them. The girl had the 20. I said I don't want that because I'm going to kill myself. I said just give me the 5 milligrams. So she gave me the 5 because I could dose it. I could, I mean, like I could take
5 milligrams. You're supposed to take every day. That's right, isn't that?
No, 20 milligrams. We're talking Cialis.
Yeah, but Cialis works later on you.
There's
take it earlier in the day.
Cialis, John, that they give people to take daily. Like
it is. It's because it's time release. It's 36 hours actually.
But it's the 5 milligram ones are the daily ones. The 20 milligram ones are not. Those are the ones they hit you right away.
That's not correct.
No, they don't hit you right away. You got to take it. I take that shit sometimes.
It's the 20 milligram ones are once every 30.
I got the 5 milligram ones right here.
No, I know they are, John, but they make a Cialis that is low dose that some people take daily because they have erection problems.
I will explain why. Because Cialis has also been proven to reduce benign prostatic hyperplasia.
No, I know.
That's at the 5 milligram.
What the
dose.
fuck is that,
So
John?
you take it 5 milligrams before bed for BPH.
John, what the fuck is a hypertension conjugate? What'd you say?
When your prostate is swollen, you got to get up and pee all night. You know that's so the 5
Oh, I do
milligram
that.
one.
I fucking do that too.
So the 5
Listen.
milligram one is for before bed. You take that before bed, and the 20 milligram one you take every day or every 36 hours for erectile.
I can't take that shit every day. Anyway, so
Yeah, but it
Greg
never
was
hits you right away.
Greg was point on, okay? Because I took the fucking Cialis. I got back on the couch. I'm turning the porn on. Nothing's happening. So anyway,
Because
I
is
got
that
a little.
Back up. Now, is nothing happening because you're just staring there watching it, or are you giving it a little shake?
No, I got to give it a little shake. I mean, what am I gonna just stand there and look at? I got to do something, you know.
So you're doing something and nothing's happening.
right?
A little bit, like it climbed up a little like that, you know. Then it looked like it was in the. It looked like a weed that was laying in there.
It takes 2 hours sometimes to work, you know.
With Cialis,
you got to take Cialis 2 hours.
Viagra's faster, Levitra's faster.
Right. Exactly.
No, I can't take Viagra, Greg, man. That shit blew my brains out of Viagra. Can't do it, man.
Take a crumb will fucking work.
I thought my head
amazing.
was gonna explode, bro. I was really bad, you know. So anyway, the Viagra, it just pictures something laying on the water, and the little waves come in. That's what my
like the Loch Ness monster that once in a while comes up out of the water and goes back down.
Yeah,
So
right.
nothing like those days of heaving those big heavy towels, the wet towels. Wet washcloth.
Oh, my question to you, Jimmy, is: have you been missing your
Very
testosterone
depressed.
injections?
Why doesn't Jimmy just take an Anadrol
I think he's
like in the old days?
When he starts on testosterone, he'll stop, he'll forget, and then what happens is, his testosterone goes to zero, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
I take an Anadrol and a hot dog.
See, he hasn't taken it. I knew it.
Anyway, I'm very depressed. So that's how the doctor. So let me finish the story with the.
You're very depressed because you're not taking it. It's a vicious cycle.
That's right.
Hey,
Yes.
He's right. Tell him. He's got to.
John,
he's got to take it in order to feel good. If you don't take it, you're not going to feel good. If you don't feel good, you don't take it. So you got to take it so you can feel good. It's the only way it works.
I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway,
so you told the doctor you were taking Cialis. So what did he say?
Oh,
right.
Yeah, right. Let's go back to the medical center for a minute. Yeah. So the Cialis thing. So anyway, I did all that, and Greg was right because the next day, I was driving the truck, and as I'm bouncing, driving my truck, my Woody's coming up, and I'm like, "Good, the son of a bitch is coming alive now. What good is it now?" I said, "I don't, So anyway,
did you pull over and fucking release the hostages?
I thought about it. I did, but then again, I was like, you know what? What if a cop pulls over and I got my pants down? You can't even move in that truck, and I got my thing out. I'm gonna get locked up for whatever.
Unless it's a female cop. You release the hostages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then I really get in trouble. So anyway, make a long story short, that's what happened with the whole Cialis.
Oh, but how did you get out of How did you get out of the urgent care? That's what I'm
going to tell you.
I'm totally lost. So wait, he's in the truck and he's got a Woody. Now what?
No, hold on, John. No, he convinced the urgent care doctor that it was the Cialis that he was taking that was causing his problems. When actually Cialis drops your blood pressure. I can't believe they let you go.
So the guy told me. I told him about this Cialis. He said, "No way." So he goes, I'm gonna have to go. I said, "Listen to me, man. Look at me. You're not calling me a fucking ambulance." I said, I gotta go to the fucking VA. I ain't going no fight. I said, I gotta go to the VA, man. I said, "You understand? Do not call an ambulance. Please do not. Because I won't go in. I'll walk right the hell out of here." He goes, "Calm down." He goes, "That's your blood pressure." I says, "I know. I just want to go. He goes, "You're going to go to the Northport VA?" I said, "Yeah, the Northport VA." He goes, "Oh, I guess you could drive that." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to drive. I'm going to leave now, and I'm going. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thanks for the EKG, whatever your name is. Thank you. I'm out of here." And I left. I went home. I said, "Fuck this shit." I went home. I made something to eat. I laid down. I got the blood pressure machine on, so I got to take it one more time. And I took my blood pressure again, and it was like 135/81. And I was like, it's good. That's it. And I went to bed.
So how many times did you actually eat during that whole period? Because it started off with a lot of stuff, and then you added more stuff to the lot of stuff, and then you went home and ate. So I'm just kind of curious as to.
I forgot about the cashews.
Approximate calorie count there.
Cashews.
Yeah, and the Kit Kat, and the stick pretzels. I love them.
Those are good.
So hold on.
Right here, look. 5 milligram Cialis, Dave, right there.
That's it.
Look, right there. 5 milligram Cialis, right?
So let me summarize this whole.
200 milligrams of Cialis powder, right there.
Wow. Well, that'll fuck you up.
Let me. Yeah, it's like, remember when you had the DMP powder, John, back in the day? Don't get that stuff on your fingers.
The Cialis powder, I get it from the girl that got me the draws from my steroid business, and I get like 200 grams of Cialis powder for like $400, and that's like 150,000.
That's like a lifetime supply.
A lifetime supply.
Yeah. What do you do? Put them in capsules, or you make pills out?
I just weigh it out. I just weigh it out on a little milligram scale and dump it in my mouth.
All right, so let's summarize this whole thing. He was feeling terrible, like he couldn't swallow. He felt like he had to burp, but he couldn't burp. So he figured he might be having a heart attack. So he goes to the
definitely was going to have a heart attack.
He went to the urgent care because you didn't want to go to the VA because you know that they know you're a hypochondriac there and that they wouldn't take you serious. Right. So you went to urgent care because it would probably be quicker. And they do an EKG on you. They take your blood pressure and they want to call an ambulance because they actually agree with you that you might be having a heart attack. So you say, no, I don't want an ambulance, even though you went there to begin with because you felt like I might be having a heart attack and I don't want to die. But when they tell you you might be having a heart attack and they agree with you, you actually disagree with them and you tell them, give them an alternative diagnosis, which is that you took a Cialis the day before that is just kicking in now.
Right.
And you leave against medical advice and you go home rather than go to the VA, which is
he made me sign a paper. He came back in with a piece of paper. I have it home, and he wanted me to sign it.
Yeah, you had to sign out against medical advice. Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise your family's going to sue them after you're dead.
Yeah, he said that the paper said basically, summed it all up. It said, the findings and all that. And then he said on the bottom that he advised that I go to emergency room immediately, as soon as possible, leaving this facility. And I didn't.
So you actually had someone who agreed.
Look, Dave, look.
You actually had someone who agreed with your own self-diagnosis, and you didn't even listen to them.
Cashews.
These are different Costco, man.
Well, Dave, it's punctuated by the fact that he went home and took his own blood pressure and surmised that it was good. And then ate. He ate again. More food.
There you go. Pretzels. Those almost look like breadsticks.
So he ate a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
And my favorite of all time.
But
so what I did now is
most people would say, I'm not going to the VA. I'm not going to the urgent care, even though I have this pain because I don't want to deal with what he went and then got the diagnosis he wanted and then said, no, fuck this. I'm going home now.
Well, he probably figured if they agree with me, they're wrong. So
they actually agreed with you for the first time that there was something might be wrong with you and you didn't even go get it checked out.
My EKG was irregular too. Anyway,
your EMG is fucking irregular too.
This is the bottom line, man. I got to tell you, this is the bottom line. I got to be honest with you guys because I love all these, and I got to tell you the truth.
As he drinks a regular soda down.
I got to wash the hot dog down.
As he's drinking a regular
Pepsi. Yes, it's a regular. I said that.
That's a regular Pepsi.
Now you know why he's 250.
Oh, Jimmy, we're starting to worry more about you than we are Big Lenny.
Yeah. He's going in the opposite direction as Big Lenny.
I think you need to hook up with Georgie because he's favorite. Could you imagine, Dave, if Big Lenny and Jimmy the Bull cross and go the other way, and Big Lenny all of a sudden is like benching like 315, he's got his 28-inch waist, and Jimmy the Bull is like 450, can't move. Starting to have heart attacks.
I gotta
The VA
admit,
won't
you know,
take them anymore.
so
They
here's the
gotta
other
send
thing,
them to the VA XL because they
John.
have no beds to fit them.
John.
You know.
John, can I interrupt you, John, for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a
your
long story
diagnosis.
short. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, make a long story short. So, you know, my stomach muscles, as you know, are very thick. I have very thick stomach muscles. They're really thick. So no matter what I eat,
well marbled too.
And he wears a medium T-shirt. John.
I envision bacon. You know, when he talks about his stomach muscles, it's the well marbled meat that you have.
so when I eat, what the fuck
Whose
is that?
fucking phone is ringing?
That's got to be Gregg. That's got to be Gregg, man.
It
Only
is.
him.
It's my girlfriend's got to turn it off. Hold on.
That's the payphone he has in his house, John.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the phone all the convicts call. You know?
That's the last phone in the neighborhood. Greg robbed it about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can only accept to collect calls on it.
So anyway,
he probably has
for
a
Gregg
phone
to get
booth
back.
somewhere there too. I'm sure.
I'm sure he
I'll
does.
wait for Gregg to get back because I want to finish the story. Why you said I turned against medical advice.
Right.
Okay.
I'm dying to find out. Yeah.
It sounds like he's replicating the condition right now because
I am.
Yeah. Imagine he had a heart attack right on the show, John. That would be.
I think that's what he's working up to. You know, that's going to be
911.
Oh
the
my God.
crescendo of our program is Jimmy's
We'll
going
have to ping his cell phone to see where he is. You know.
Yeah, I can't wait.
How far was his cell phone? Where the fuck did he go, man?
I don't know. He's going to get probably the phone booth that I just talked about.
All right. So, yeah, it's probably
He's figuring out the control panel.
probably in the fucking garage with his tanning bed. Oh, all right. So, Gregg, I was waiting for you because I wanted to finish the story because before I leave because I got to
leave this mortal coil.
I got to go home and go to the bathroom. Man.
Before he leaves, before he leaves this earth.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and lately I don't know what it is, Dave. I don't know. I do take the fiber lights once in a while, but I don't want to be disgusting. But you know, my poops are really long and thick. Is that normal? I mean, is that healthy?
Why are you taking it every day? The fiber life.
I think it's the amount of food.
I take it every. I take it every
stuff.
No, you should take it. You have to take it regularly, every single day.
Oh, okay.
If you
I
want
was
to get
doing it like every 4 or 5 days. I would do it.
You haven't gotten any fiber from me in a long time, which means you probably take it once a month, if I know you.
No, I have to get some more because I'm down to 3 cans, and I love that.
Jimmy,
stuff.
you know who I'm going to dinner with tonight?
Who?
Chuck Zito and
Oh,
fucking
really?
Chaz Palminteri. Yeah, it's a boxing dinner. It's a whole big thing up here. So
Really?
pictures. Yeah, that's who they were just calling me to make sure I'm going.
Zito?
Chuck Zito and Chaz Palminteri.
Yeah.
What the hell's his name there too? The other guy. I used to work out with him when he was.
Greg, you gotta do me a favor.
You know my
Greg,
friend
do me a
Paul
favor,
Silvio?
Greg. Do me a favor. When you see Chuck, you're actually gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
so when you see him, I want you to, when you go up to him and you shake his hand, say, hey, Chuck, hey, blah, 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 blah. Say, you know, we have a mutual friend. And he's going to say, who? He says, well, you shot him and killed him.
In a movie, right?
Yeah, it's in the movie. But my friend John, my training partner, he saw him in a restaurant in Florida, right? So he was around all these people, and John walks up there and goes, Chuck, how you doing? You know, he goes, I'm John Mastro. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 you know, he says, you know, we got a mutual friend. He goes, we do? Who is he? He goes, well, you killed him. He said, Chuck's face dropped, right? He goes, you shot him in the movie. And he goes, oh, the bull. He goes, yeah, he died good. He died good. Right? He didn't know where John was going with that in the beginning. You know what I mean? But that was funny.
I'm going to say that to him, too.
Yeah.
I have a great picture of me in the middle and Chuck Zito on one side, Mel Chansey on the other. So
I thought I was in that picture too, wasn't I?
Well, I think you have your own, or
maybe
mine is just the two of them. So yeah, you got the former president of the Chicago Hells Angels,
because you remember when we went to the first Arnold together?
Yeah,
and we had the biker jackets.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wasn't I there?
Chuck was hanging out with us that whole weekend.
That's right.
Chuck, that's right. Well, I met Chuck a million times there. With you guys too at the MD.
I met him at Scores a few times.
I met him in 1999 and shit. So he, in New York. But I'm looking forward. I've never met Chaz, but he's supposed to be there. Chaz Palmentieri is supposed to be at our table. So
If my friend Paul DeSilvio's there, he owns a cigar bar in Arthur Avenue. He hangs out with those guys.
And Dom Lombardozzi.
If he's there, just tell him I said hello, because he'll know.
Nice Irish guys, Greg. So listen, do me a favor. When you see him do that, man, he'll know right away. You know what you tell him.
I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him you shot my friend.
Yeah, who
You
is
shot
that?
and killed my friend.
So let me get back to the story, but let me end the story before I forget. So the guy,
It's Wednesday.
it is Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. The rate you're going.
Let him tell
guys
the
keep.
story.
I'm trying to tell the story. You guys keep going to
We're
Chuck
just
Tito
taking balls.
movie.
Go, keep going.
Jesus Christ.
Man,
So anyway,
you can send Jimmy off on a tangent with just a whisper, and he's gone. Poof, gone off on a tangent.
so anyway,
Very short.
I'm trying to talk
Let him
low.
finish the fucking story.
I'm trying to talk low because John said I'm too loud. So I'm trying to take it easy over here.
and we're appreciating it because now
No,
we're
but
getting
I like it when he screams. It's more passionate.
Yeah, no, he's got to go up and down because it's
He's
too much.
Italian. He's got to scream. That's what we do. If you ever run an Italian dinner table at a holiday, they're screaming. Everybody's screaming over each other, right, Jimmy?
100%.
Of course.
Especially the women. The women are worse than the men.
Because they're not sitting down. That's why they were stand up the whole fucking dinner.
Hold on, let me interrupt you guys for a second. All right, I found some pictures. I don't even know how I found these so quickly. Let's see what I got here. Hold on. Is that popping up on the screen?
Yeah.
All right. So that was Mel and Mark Alvisi. That was that Arnold, I think.
Oh, shit. I remember Mark.
Remember Mark
I know
Alvisi?
Mel. Mel's a good guy.
Hold on.
I like Mel.
I wish I had my magnifying glass.
There's Evan Centopani.
Yep.
Jimmy the Bull.
Jimmy the Bull.
Look at
Wearing
that.
a cut.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
I wonder how come I didn't get one of those.
You got a jacket. I'm pretty sure
No, I
you did.
didn't. I never.
I'm all over the place.
My prized possession. I never got a cut.
Sergeant at Arms.
I'm all over the place.
Remember the Cole Ball?
Whole ball, yeah.
I remember her. Yeah. I remember.
That was the
Bull.
Species booth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That must have been when I was in exile.
Chris Aceta. Maybe you were. Yeah, I think you were in exile. You're right. Probably.
Yeah.
Don't worry, John. I wasn't there either.
Who
Wait,
made
Chris
those?
Mosquito looks like he might have his hair combed.
Bobby Smalls.
Who's that?
Seth Feroci.
Oh, Seth,
Feroci,
yeah. What is
I
he
wanted to
different?
go.
Juan
That would
Morel.
have been nice.
Don't let Mr. G see that picture.
Yeah, Mr. G's nemesis.
Corey Everson.
Wow. Never aged a day.
Who's Jack LaLanne's wife? John
Lane
Bailiff.
Lane with John
Lane,
Bailiff in the
yeah.
background.
Yeah.
So who made those cuts?
Those were Bobby Smalls made those.
Are you kidding me? Linda Murray.
That was with Aaron Singer.
Yeah, there's Chuck.
Chuck.
Fucking Singerman got one.
Kevin Levrone.
Kevin LeBron.
Randy Couture.
And Linda Murray.
Linda Murray, Aaron.
Yeah,
Tony Freeman.
Tony
He
Freeman.
got one. He stole one from us. He took the extra one.
You probably got mine.
He probably did get yours.
They were actually very expensive vests, Dave.
They cost me a lot, actually.
Yeah, they were actually very
Sally?
good. They were gun vests. They had,
Pete, the producer there. Well, he was Pete the intern then.
Pete the intern.
That was the after party. There's the midget. Got small shoe on.
You whipped through those first couple of photos really fast.
yeah, he did. I noticed that too, John.
You notice that?
Yeah, I did. Say no more.
You know who this is? This was Lexi Kaufman. She was like 19-year-old competitor, and I introduced her to Triple H at that weekend. And you know what? Now she's in the WWE.
Wow.
She's Alexis Bliss is her name.
You pulled an Ed Connors.
I pulled an Ed Connors, yeah, except with
That's
the women.
cool.
For women, not for men.
Wow.
That was the old Neutralize.
Yep.
I almost got in the WWE too, man.
I
always get fucked.
Out of all of you motherfuckers except Jimmy, I'm the only one that rides a motorcycle. And
I got to look for my. You know what? My jacket probably doesn't even fit me anymore. Probably
not.
So, Dave, I told you the story about Chuck with the vest and everything, right? When I pulled up to the movie set.
No, what? Oh, yes, you did, but it's a good story. You can tell it.
Yeah, so we were getting ready to do the movie. I had to go to the South Shore and meet everybody, the film crew, everybody. And Chuck was there, of course. So anyway, I rolled up on my Harley, and I had the RX Muscle vest on. You know, It was a nice vest.
Yeah.
So I had the Satan's Few vest in my saddle bag. I didn't want to wear it on the highway because it looked so much like a Hell's Angel vest.
Right.
I didn't want to have trouble on the expressway. I never would have made it there. So I pulled up to the set.
One looks like a Hell's Angel.
Yeah,
you got to see the Satan's Few vest, man. That's Chuck made it up. It's all Hell's Angels, you know.
Right.
It doesn't say Hell's Angels, but it had the same lettering, everything. Anyway, you couldn't tell if you were rolling up on me and you were another 1% club and you saw that vest from it, you would definitely think it was HA's. Anyway, I roll up and I go to Chuck was right there. I roll up on a bike and I says, "How you doing, Chuck?" You know, he goes, "Where's your vest?" I says, "It's in the bag. It's in my bag in the bike." You know, "Well, how come you don't wear it?" I said, "Well, with all due respect, Chuck," I says, "I didn't want to get run over it or shot on the way here, with your vest on. I like the vest." I said, "But I'm not taking no chances. I'm not in a club." You know what I mean? He goes, so then he goes, "Well, something was there." Because I didn't have RX Muscle. At the time I took a couple of the things off. So he goes, "Well, you had something on the vest. What is it?" I said, "Well, it said RX Muscle, Sergeant." And I go, "RX Muscle." He goes, "You know Mel Clancy?" I go, "Yeah, of course I know Mel." I mean, he goes, "Oh shit!" He goes, "Tell him I said hello." But I said, "Yeah." Then, so that like kind of broke the ice with him. Yeah. All of a sudden, everything was cool. So, that was my.
He was
best
always
story.
very cool to us. Yeah, Chuck was great with us.
Yeah.
Dude, I sat with him when I was getting a back rub from two chicks. One was rubbing one side. And he had no shirt on, and he was sitting there talking with me and Bob Bonham. We were just sitting there talking to him and shit. He's
years. I don't know if he still does it. He used to go to Scores every night and eat dinner there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've seen him at Scores quite a few times.
Oh, I've seen him at Scores.
There was him. And there was this guy who was a lookalike for Joe Pesci. Would be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dead ringer for Joe Pesci.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, you would not believe it wasn't him. And
I met Junior Gotti in Scores.
Yeah, he used to go there all the time too.
I wasn't with him. I was with one of his friends who brought me over and introduced me. But I didn't want to sit around those guys. You know what I mean?
I got news for you, Greg. Everybody and their mother was in Scores.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Politicians. Forget about it. Judges. Jews.
I would probably wager to say that Scores in Manhattan was probably, I don't know if it still is, but it was definitely at one point the premier spot.
Yeah,
for people of our.
That place must have made so much money.
Lots of celebrities.
They had to be wise guyed up in there, right?
I told you, my friend who was a wise guy used to go there, drop fucking tens of thousands of dollars on a card. But he's old school Italian, so his mother would pay the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he told me.
And his mother's like, "What's so wrong with you? You're gambling all the time at the Scores. You're dropping $10,000. You know what I mean?" And she thought it was she thought it was gambling, but she didn't realize he was dropping the money in a strip club.
So Dave, anyway, let me just get back to my story because I gotta get home.
Yeah.
So so the doctor, I refused the ambulance, and he wasn't having it, but I kind of persuaded him that I wasn't going, and I signed the paper. Now the reason why I did all that and I went home because I thought I really was gonna probably die that night, So I said, you know what? I ain't dying in no hospital. I ain't dying in no ambulance. I said, I lost my whole family. I am not going in a hospital. I said, if I'm dying home. So I went home. I took my blood pressure.
Well, what if
I laid on the bed like this. I crossed my hands like this over my chest, and I laid down on the bed. And I said, if I die, my brother's gonna find me like this, like an Egyptian mummy on the fucking bed, God.
Did you have a flower?
But didn't you think?
No, I can't even really put my arms down. They were kind of in the air a little bit, but I kind of had the position, like
You know what's funny? Then Jimmy threw a loud fart and he said, "Holy shit, I'm fucking cured."
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's what it was. It's trapped gas.
Probably.
It's gas that can't come out.
Greg, I never had fucking trapped gas before, man. That's some serious shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
you could get
chest getting tight. You know, the feeling of I can't explain it, man. I hope I never have that again, man. It's
not
So
trapped
Whatever
gas.
happens again, Jimmy, you just jump in a swimming pool and go all the way to the bottom. And
So let me ask you the
pressure-
question. So why did you go to the
pressure-
urgent care to begin with? If you had no intention of listening to anything they said.
That's a good
well,
question.
yeah, that is a good question. So, you know, originally I was very scared, very nervous because I didn't know what was going on. I really thought I was having. I was thinking about you and Lee. I really was. I was like, you know, they're never going to. If I die, they're never going to believe the story. But anyway, so I went there because I really thought I was going to have a heart attack. But then after I got done with these guys, they half a fag him with the cane and his. I got so mad. I was like, I'm out of here. They got me so pissed off that I forgot about my medical condition, and I just walked out of it. I told the guy, I ain't going no fucking ambulance. I'm out of here. He says, all right, made me sign it. I signed the paper, and I just walked the fuck out of there. I was so fucking mad. I went home. I took my blood pressure. It was down. I said, see, that's good. I laid down. I said, now if I die over here in my bed. Goodbye. That's it.
You want me to give you my analysis? My analysis is that he was just feeling like, you know, he was alone and he got nervous because he was alone and he had a little bit of like, you know, his mother wasn't there to, you know, burp him or anything like that.
No.
And so he just being around people at the urgent care, he felt confident and comfortable, and then all his anxiety went away. And then he realized, I'm not really having a heart attack, so I don't really want to get in the ambulance. Because if you were really having a heart attack, you would have been in that ambulance in 3 seconds. I know you.
Dave, I got to say, you know me very, very well, man. That's exactly what happened. You know?
Listen, you know what? But I got to tell you what's disturbing for me about this whole thing, okay? Because I know Jimmy a long time, and I know what a vicious animal he is capable of being. An absolute fucking wrecking crew. I don't know 5 guys who could jump on him at one time and make subdue him. He is a fucking animal, okay? In fight mode. That to me is invincible, okay? And not that's on top of him benching 1,000 pounds and the 225s and the kickbacks with 150s and all of the, you know, the bouncing stories, the fights of, you know, throwing 8 guys out the window, all of the fucking viciousness that is associated with Jimmy the Bull. And then I got to sit here 30 years later and hear him say shit like, I'm scared, I'm nervous, sweaty, you know, half a fag was feeling my boobs up, and, you know, and I'm like, and he's 250 and he's got this fucking, you know, what the hell, Jimmy? And then all of a sudden, at the end of all of it, the real Jimmy the Bull comes out. Fuck the doctor, fuck the hospital, I'm taking my own blood pressure.
That's when the Cialis started kicking in.
Yeah, I got hard all the next day, Greg.
Once he got a hard on, he was like, who wants a fight? I'll fucking kill all yous. Get that half a figure. I need a blowjob.
Right.
I got it.
You know, that slipped my mind. I was going to add, he can't get it up, you know, to the. So Jimmy,
if Lee or Greg would have walked in the front door of his house, he never would have gone to the hospital.
Never. That is a fact.
He would have just hung out with them, and he would have complained.
Who, me and Lee?
Yeah, and he would have been fine.
Oh yeah, man. We would have had a good time. I would have told him it's gas. We would have patted him on the back. He would have went like this and burped, and he'd be like, "Holy fuck, I'm cured."
Well, the moral of the story, the moral of your story, Jimmy, let me just tell you what the moral of your story is.
Yeah, please.
The moral of your story is you got to get the fuck out of there and get around people who love you.
Yeah, exactly.
You are clearly starving for some kind of emotional connection with someone who cares about you, or you wouldn't be faking near-death experiences going to a variety of hospitals and arguing with the doctors about it and ultimately going home and doing nothing about it.
No, you missed a good part. Or he wouldn't be taking Cialis to buff Uncle to release the hostages.
Right. And so
release them hostages.
You can't even fire off a couple of knuckle children without fucking help. And you insist on staying there. So it's like, this is self-fulfilling prophecy. What you're experiencing now is the infancy stage of the nightmare that you're about to live if you don't fucking make some kind of change. Get
You know, and the fucked up
outta
thing
there.
is Leslie keeps calling me. I don't call her. I got to call her back because she's been.
All right.
She's,
Aside, Dave,
Yes.
Greg, I invited Jimmy to come down for Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? Weeks ago, I invited him for Thanksgiving dinner. Did I hear anything? And all I'm gonna, yeah, it's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I can throw the boat down. I got to come down anyway, and I'll make a trip out of it. Yeah, and I said, I got 2 motorcycles running. You can ride one. I'll ride the other. We'll take a nice trip, and all of this beautiful, big, fluffy pillow I made for him to land in. And where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
You're gonna hope you don't come down here with a Cialis.
You might have just. I think you touched a good note here. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Jimmy?
It's going to the VA.
Yeah, that's it. He's got no one around, and he's feeling a little depressed, and the VA is going to get a visit from him for sure.
Yeah,
he'll be eating turkey dinner with the nurses there.
I have to say, I do spend a lot of time alone. It's probably no good. I watched that movie Shrek. The cartoon Shrek where the guy was a superhero.
Yeah.
There was one part of the movie that
what are you talking about, superhero?
Not Shrek. What the fuck was the name of the movie? His wife stretched, and he was his
Fantastic
son.
Four.
Yeah, was it yeah, I don't know. Anyway, he was sitting in the office.
Oh, you're talking about The Incredibles. The Incredibles.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I'm watching the flick, and this one part really touched me, man. He was sitting in the office. He was like retired, and he's looking at all the action pictures on the wall, the shit he used to do.
Yeah.
And he was all depressed and shit. And I'm looking at this part. I'm like, holy shit, this is me. I said, I'm doing exactly the same thing.
He tries on the costume. He can't fit into it.
Yeah, right. And I'm sitting in my office. I'm looking at all the
shirt now.
Yeah, forget it. I tried my dress blues on the other day for the military, for the veterans. I couldn't even get my arm in the sleeve. So anyway, I'm looking at all my photos in my office. I'm sitting back in my chair, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm the incredible guy. I'm looking, holy shit, this is like, look how I look great over here. It was depressing, man. I thought about taking the pictures down. I'll be honest with you.
Shit. Just take another Cialis.
It's my birthday Monday, man. I'm gonna be 64, man.
You just said that, yeah.
Yeah, there he is. That's me, yeah.
My friend Charlie Arms got to the point you got to, and he threw out all his old pictures and videos. And there was a point in time that I interviewed him. I did like 15 hours of interviews with him on DVDs to get his story, because I figured it would be a great movie. Yeah. And he had asked me to give them to him because I thought he was going to do something with a movie. Turns out, I was talking to him the other day. I threw all that shit out. I threw everything out because he's made case law. He represented himself and got himself exonerated. And he threw all that out. I said, Charlie, I think you sent me some stuff about the case law you made, like a whole big thing and a treatment for a movie that someone had written for you. He goes, you got it still? So I went and looked through all my shit and I found it. Thank God, because he was so regretful that he threw everything that he had out. So don't go throw your shit out, Jimmy, because you will regret it. I guarantee it. Lee must be calling him.
It was the dentist. Actually, the dentist. I actually made an appointment for the dentist. You believe it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have any teeth left in your mouth?
I'm probably not going to go, though. I'm fucked up. I make the appointment. They call me. They say, okay, James, I'm going to see you. All right, I'll be there. And I don't go. I'm fucking weird.
Go, and then he complains when they got to pull his teeth out, John.
But Dave, with the number of teeth he's got left in his mouth, he could go to a drive-through dentist.
Him and Gene probably have a competition.
He would stick his head out the window and then go, and then, on your way.
At least he can eat hot dogs and shit.
Listen, I had one tooth pulled, my friend John's. That's fucking $580. They got a fucking tooth pulled, man. Are you kidding me?
God forbid you went for a cleaning, and then
between him and Mr. G, you could make like a wind chime, with the fucking wind.
I think he's got more teeth than George does.
Got more teeth pulled out of their heads.
Yeah, I think I got a few more teeth than George. I think I do, yeah.
I don't know.
When it comes down to it, you got to get the dental implants. It's going to cost you $100,000. I'm telling you. Crazy.
What do you mean?
Because you're going to need dental implants. What are you going to do? You're going to get false teeth?
Dentures. What are you
No,
gonna do?
I don't need that many. I probably need like 3, maybe 4. That's it. Probably.
Get out of here. Open your mouth up. Hold on. I'm zooming
Yeah,
in.
look. I got to do.
The front. You got nothing behind them.
Open
I don't need it in the back. I got one over here.
Chew. You need molars.
I need 2 here and 1 over here.
And what about the back teeth that fell out?
I have back teeth, but one's cracked and busted up. It's got to get some kind of cosmetic. It could be saved. The dentist looked at it. He said he could do it. It's a cosmetic.
You better get it fixed. He's much better off than George's.
He's not going to do it. Come on, Dave.
He'll
wait till he needs a root canal. You're right.
He doesn't do anything.
He'll do it. He
won't do it. He's not going to do it.
He's going to do it.
I put
Now,
Christmas plants.
Now, if the
my
VA
mother's- I
would
put-
do it with that same nurse,
John,
he would go.
John, I put the red Christmas plants down by my mother's grave. Two nice ones came out beautiful.
All right.
Wow.
I did that.
That's good. That's good.
Very nice.
You said
You know
I don't
what
do
the funny
nothing.
thing
I
is?
did that.
I should have made you come down so you could have cooked Thanksgiving dinner. That would have kept you occupied.
Yeah.
Because there's no places around here to go out to eat. Usually I go out on Thanksgiving just because it's easier. But
I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go out there.
I'm making the whole dinner. He
Well,
was
John made
invited.
Thanksgiving once for us. He's a great cook. But Jimmy, you could have done Thanksgiving. We could have had you locked in the kitchen for a couple days here.
I wouldn't have minded. I would have loved that cooking for
Yeah.
the kids and everything.
Drinking
They
some
would love
wine.
my meatballs and everything.
It was all of us. We have kids that got older. Dave, you still have younger kids, so
I
it's
know.
different.
I
It's
know.
different. You know what I mean? When you're older, our age, when Jimmy had his girls and they were young and it's a whole different thing. Holidays suck now. You know what I mean?
Right. But
I
I
lucky I hear from the kids every once in a while. Dad, can you help me out? Yeah, okay. That's pretty much what I get right now. I mean, they say they love me and everything, but
that's par for the course, Jimmy. From what I hear, at least.
No, but when they're young, like your kids, they look forward to all the holidays,
Right.
Christmas, the holiday
you
season.
kidding me?
You know what I mean?
I gave my kids a really good upbringing, man. I did everything for them, man. I took them to
You
Lake
did.
George every year,
Yep.
water
Disney.
parks.
I used to go to Lake George, Seaside Heights, all that shit.
I used to do the cookies and milk with Santa Claus at night and in the morning get
Me
up. And
too.
look, the cookie. I did everything. My kids,
My
Halloween. I did-
son,
But
my
now,
son who's 7 realizes that Santa Claus is BS, and he's trying to taint the little ones. So my daughter Aria and Shayla, they were making lists for Santa Claus. They talked to the elf on the shelf. And he's like, "What's wrong with you guys?" He goes, "It's fake." They refuse to believe him. I'm like, "Don't."
that's
believe
when
him.
you got to step in and you tell them they're going to get shit under the tree, but you're not. if
That's
you
what
keep
I
that
told
shit
him.
up.
I said, he's not getting anything because the elf on the shelf is reporting to Santa Claus.
I even did the fairy tooth. What do you call that, Greg? The fairy tooth mother?
God fairy, the God tooth fairy, whatever.
Yeah, when Gabby lost
the
her
tooth
tooth.
under the pillow and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that.
Godmother and a tooth
Fairy
fairy.
godmother.
My son pulled his two
Oh.
front teeth out like a year before he should have just to get the money from the tooth fairy.
Wait, John, what'd you say? The fairy godmother is different than the tooth lady?
Yes.
Tooth fairy.
Tooth fairy, fairy godmother, 2 different characters.
Yes, two
I
different stories.
I thought they were the same. Okay.
Well,
No.
Two fairy tales.
we were the fairy godmothers because when I was a kid, you get 2 nickels under there. Now, fucking, I left like $20 bill and shit.
That's what I left my kids, like $10, $15, $20.
Yeah,
So,
I used to throw my hand in there.
Just get a fucking quarter. What did
But Jimmy, don't you remember when you were
Inflation,
young?
John,
You were young,
inflation.
you'd be looking forward to the Christmas and Thanksgiving. It made it
I was
like
just telling my brother the other day when I was we were little kids, right? I'll never forget this. This had to be in the 60s. Yeah, let's see,
Me too.
59. Yes, it's probably 65, 66, right? I remember. I don't know if you remember this, John, Dave. So my mother had this Christmas tree that was all.
I wasn't born yet.
Oh, okay.
I was born in '68.
All right. So, all right. Maybe.
I'm Jimmy's age. We're John and I are
John, you all
63,
three, you
gonna
guys
be
are in the
64.
We're all-
there.
Anyway, you remember those trees? They were tinsel Christmas trees, like
Yes,
all
white
chrome,
ones.
right?
They were white. Or
No,
silver.
no, they were
No.
metal. Like they were like
Yeah,
this.
they were metal.
Yeah, and then the color wheel, used to spin and shine on the tree, and the tree would change colors. You
They
remember
had
that?
that at Sears. They had that at Sears when you walked into Sears Roebuck. They had the tree with the wheel. Color
Sears
wheel.
Roebuck. I remember jerking off to the girls with bras and panties on. That was porn for young boys, man. Remember that? The Sears Roebuck catalog
had underwear.
They'd have the girls and shit, even the younger girls. They were teenage girls with the little bras and panties on.
You know, I got to confess, Greg, I did the same thing. My mother had a tenant upstairs, Joanne. She was beautiful, right? And when she used to go out, I used to sneak up through the attic and go in the dresser. I used to smell her underwear. I was out of my mind, man.
Did you ever try them on?
No, I never
Did you ever
tried
try them on?
I always sniffed them and looked.
What was that movie where the guy was in the walls, and he was spying on the girl?
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a weird movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was Jimmy in the wall.
God forbid that woman's watching this show.
I got to say, so that's what's depressing. Like, I mean, when I was younger, right? I was like out of control, like with women, and sex, and training, and it's like it kind of like dwindled down now, like to.
You probably had a very high natural testosterone as a young kid. That's why you were so good athletically,
Dude, I worked in a strip club as a senior in high school. I used to go to high school during the day and work at the Lake Lounge. Strip club because the drinking age was 18. I was 18, so
I used to bounce in the titty bars all night long, right? And then meet my guys at 7. And I used to get out and leave the club like 4 in the morning, 5 o'clock by the time I go meet my guys, and I used to sand floors all fucking afternoon. After working all fucking night.
Yeah, I know. Those were the days when we
were
young.
This is your problem. You have no enticement. You have no muse. You have no girl you want to impress, you want to do something for, that has your interest, that you're attracted to, that you want to please. You don't have any of that. So that's why the Pichely Gats is not working, because you got nothing to think about, because you got no involvement. So you've got to change your environment if you're going to change how you're feeling about everything. And and I'm telling you, bro, these problems now are insignificant compared to what they're going to metastasize into as you get older. So you think this is bad now at 64. Wait till you get to be 70, 74.
Yeah, right.
You're going to be fucking miserable, and you're going to get decrepit. There's going to be nobody to take care of you. Your brother's not going to fucking run around taking care of you. So you got to get out of that situation and get into a situation that's going to make you vibrant again. That's going to make you desire. That's going to make you feel good. That's going to make you want to feel good, make somebody else feel good. Be attracted to them. You are alone, and you stay alone, and you live in this bubble that's just going to suffocate you.
No, he's got a nice girl that comes by that he's friends. He's friends with. You know what I'm saying?
You know exactly what
I know, but it's your first step to that. Dr. Colin Coker, swear to God, he always tells everybody, got to masturbate. You got to come. You have to, because you have to keep your Pichely God active. You got to release the hostages. You got to keep that shit active.
He's too active, Jimmy.
No,
what are you saying?
It's not even working. So
work. If you use it, it'll start working. Remember the aging process.
John, I don't believe for 1 second that he doesn't have a release every day. Believe me, he probably means he's not doing it 4 times a day now.
Greg is right.
You have to ejaculate, whether you fuck, masturbate, or whatever. But if you Google it, I think Google says a man should ejaculate when he's older at least 21, 22 times in the 30 day month.
The fucking hot dog guy wants to know if I wasn't a hot dog. I'm good, man. I'm good. He came out of the truck holding
You know why? Because it's the end of the day. It's the end of the lunch.
Yeah,
He's
hot dogs,
got 2 or 3 of those left that have been soaking in there since 7 o'clock this morning.
He's getting rid of them.
And he's going to give Jimmy a break.
Yeah, probably when we hang up with him, he'll probably give like Jimmy 4 or 5 of them for free. Jimmy will bring them home, eat them for dinner. He'll be at the ER again.
Jimmy, release the hostages. I'm telling you, if you do it every day, it actually makes you hornier and shit. Use it or lose it.
I'll send you guys a video later.
I'll tell you one thing, Jimmy.
No, that's quite all right.
No, we don't want to see it.
You don't have to do
Think about how many people, this is going to air on Thanksgiving. Think about how many people are watching this, probably in the same situation you are. Maybe they're alone on Thanksgiving. Maybe their kids are away. Maybe they're grown. Or maybe they don't have any kids. And they're thinking, and they're watching this. And they're probably laughing their freaking ass off at this show. And you have entertained every lonely person on Thanksgiving and made them realize that their life is a lot better than yours.
Like, I thought I was fucked up.
And because they're so full from all the Thanksgiving food that they just ate,
they just farted and they feel much better now. Yeah.
Right, they were gonna go to the emergency room. They got, I got that oxygen. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I feel a lot better.
You guys really cheering me up. I tell you, I feel a lot fucking better.
Jimmy, take us out with a Thanksgiving Day message to all the viewers.
So of course I'm gonna, wish everybody.
Just tell them not to be like you.
No, Jimmy's a good man. We need more people like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Patriotic motherfucker who takes no shit.
Gregg, I agree. We don't need him there cloistered in New York by himself.
No.
We need him over, down here.
That's true. Listen, you guys, every one of you know that if the shit is the fan, then you know my ass will be right there no matter what.
Oh yeah.
So.
All right, from the heart, Jimmy, give us a little Thanksgiving Day message.
If I make it on the show next week, I just want to wish everybody a very, very happy Thanksgiving with your family and your friends and your loved ones. And we'll see you next week. And please, please, please light a candle and pray to God. Thank you very much. And I really, and also thank you for the support all these years. You guys have been great. It's fantastic. And it really pulls on my heart that everybody supports us and watches us and enjoys the show. And that's why I do it. I do it because we all do it because we enjoy it, and we know that everybody enjoys it, and that makes us joy, and everybody has joy. It's nice to share, So that's what I have to say today. And I'm going to burp my hot dog oven any minute now. Right.
And I want to just tell everyone, send your donations to the Jimmy the Bull Funeral Fund.
Jimmy the Bull Relocation Fund, yes.
Oh, my God. You want to hear something funny about that before you go, Dave?
Okay.
So I was on Facebook the other day, and it popped up and said to make a GoFundMe for myself, to try to move. It actually said it on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was like, look at this shit, because I was talking to my brother about it, and it popped up on Facebook, man.
That just goes to show you how they're listening to every freaking thing we're doing.
Yeah, it actually said Jimmy go, and had all these multiple things that I could do, and one of them was
they are listening to everything we do and everything we say, and they know that's how they direct ads right to you. Hey, Jimmy wants to move. I heard him say he was going to move. Send him ads on how to move. Give him.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. They wanted me to start, and then it actually had a button where you could hit it and start the whole freaking
targeting advertising. That's Big Brother's listening. Remember everything you say.
You could be trying to buy a couch and shit. Next thing you know, fucking 5 minutes later, couches start popping up on your fucking thing.
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Scary. All right, well, guys, everyone out there, have a very, very happy, safe Thanksgiving. Yes. And the good thing is, your life is never going to be worse than Jimmy's. Not just kidding.
Nah, Jimmy's got a good life.
Hey, listen, I hope when they hear all my crap that it gives them strength. That's what I want for them. Yeah. All right.
It is, because you're the strongest fucking guy, man. You are a very strong guy. People, we make jokes here. But all of us know you personally, and we know how strong you are.
You know what?
Stop with this. I'm scared. I'm worried.
He's not scared. He has to do that, but he's not really scared. You know that if the Grim Reaper came for him,
it's a social call for him, John, when he goes to these hospitals.
Dude, if the Grim Reaper came for him, he'd want to fight him. He'd tell him, "You ain't taking me, you motherfucker."
Right. Exactly.
You ain't taking me, you motherfucker. I'll fucking rip out your eyes, you piece of shit.
Exactly.
That's what he tells
he hit it right on the nose, man. I went there.
Like, all right, I'm ready. Take me, St. Peter. And then as soon as they came down to pick him up, he'd be like, "What are you, crazy? Get out of here."
He'd be like Fred Sanford in "Here's a big one. I'm coming to see it." All of a sudden he'd stop. He'd be like telling that Grim Reaper, "Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of."
I have to say, I think you guys maybe have something there because, I'm serious. When I go to the place, I'm concerned and worried and all. And then when they start telling me, I go, no fucking way, that ain't happening. I said, get the fuck away from me. And all of a sudden I'm walking out of it. I'm feeling better.
That boy, Jimmy, just masturbate Pop some Cialis, masturbate, and trust me, bring that shit back. Release the hostages. You got to masturbate till you ejaculate, which is releasing the hostages, the little spermies that have been stuck in there.
I got you.
And you'll feel 1,000,000 times better. Your dick comes back. I swear to God, Dr. Coker taught me
Those fucking sperms probably aged already. They're probably a year old or so.
We got to get him out of there. You got to get him out. You got to fucking evict him. Release the hostages.
You know when you're taking advice from Gregg Valentino and Jimmy the Bull on masturbation, you're at a very, very big low in your life. So happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week.